So hey guys, what's up? This is Ezekiel, and today in this video I'm going to be giving you guys a beginner's guide to the battle cats. So this has been something that a lot of people have been requesting, just general advice or tips that I can give to new players or anyone that's struggling with the first 3 chapters. So I plan to cover 3 general tips that may seem pretty obvious to most people, but to others might be overlooked. So let's just get into that then. So the first tip that I'll give you is to get all the treasures, but not just the basic treasures. I'm talking about the gold treasures. So obviously when you beat countries, you have a chance to get either a bronze, silver, or gold medal. And if you collect certain sets, as you see right here, then you can unlock certain power-ups that can help you in battles, and that's pretty much the reason right there why you want to get these. A lot of these power-ups can really change the efficiency, the flow of the battle. Some power-ups can give you, faster speed, production to send out cats. Others can increase their attack power and defensive powers against certain enemies. So it's really worth your time to get these treasures. Yes, I realize that it takes forever in some cases, unless you have like 1,000 of those, 100% treasure chance things. But if you don't, then you just have to grind it out, get all the treasures, and it is worth it at the very end because then it's a lot easier to do pretty much any battle once you have those treasures. So that's the first tip. Second tip is just to upgrade the cats to their max potential. Believe it or not, a lot of people actually skip out on this because, they'll go on YouTube, they'll watch, a video tutorial on how to beat a certain level, and then they're just going to jump right into it, but not knowing that, those YouTubers that make those videos have really powerful cats. Like, they've leveled them up. It's assumed that, all these are maxed out as well, so it only makes sense to max these guys out so that they have the best chance to actually defeat a level. Because can you imagine if it's like, you're in an RPG and you're going to fight like a super powerful dragon boss. You have like a level 2 sword and like level 5 armor, and then like the dragon's like level 90. It's like, it just doesn't make sense. So you just want to try to max out as many cats as you can. In terms of like order though, it's really up to you, but the one that I would recommend if you really are struggling is to max out the cats, then the tank cat, then the gross cat, then the lizard cat, and then if you need extra things like area attack damage, or you're struggling with like the seals or rhinos, then go for the bird cat and fish cat. And I would leave the cow cat, the axe cats, and the Titan cat for last, just because from my experience I've never really found them to be super useful, at least in the first 3 chapters. They become more useful in later stages once you get further into the game, but honestly it's just the ones that you really want to do are the cat, the tank cat, the gross cat, and the lizard cat. Once you have those 4 maxed out, you should be pretty much good to go, and then from there you can upgrade any other cat if you so wish to do so. That being said, the other stuff like the cat cannon, the cat cannon rage, etc., these ones are also really good to max out as well. The ones that I would highly recommend doing are, let's see, the cat research, the worker cat stuff, and then I would say the accounting if you're having trouble earning. Oh wait, no, this isn't it. Not my bad. I meant to say the study one. If you're trying to grind XP, which again is a little bit difficult in the early stages because you don't have access to like a lot of the really nice things like XP stages, I don't think. You might, but those stages are still difficult, so a lot of more grinding again, but you can probably pair that up with the, if you're trying to grind for treasures as well, so you can get it for XP and for treasures, and then you can max your cats and stuff. Anyways, the third tip and the last tip as well is just the battle style, and what I mean by that is the way you actually do actions in battle. So I'm pretty sure, and you don't have to be embarrassed or admit to it right here, but I'm pretty sure everyone in at least one or several levels of the game have just spammed cats randomly. You know, that's perfectly fine if the stage is really easy and you know that your cats are strong enough to like just deal with the level. But in most cases, a lot of people who just start out don't really know which cats to throw out. I mean, let's face it, there's a lot of text to read and it's kind of boring. Well, you know, maybe these guys aren't the best example, but I know that generally reading stuff is not really the greatest thing. You just kind of want to play levels and win and all that fun stuff. But it's always good to know what the cats actually do and then, you know, deploy the proper strategies. So there's a lot of different strategies you can use in this game. I'm only going to give you just one. But the easiest one to do is just to stall and build up an attacking force. So what that means is that you pretty much just spam really cheap cats. In this case, it's the cat and the tank cat right here. And then because they're so cheap, their production speed, let's say, so the ability to, like, you know, keep sending them out is really, really easy to do. And that way you have like a steady stream of cats to essentially hold off the enemy, which gives you time to build up your worker cat levels to then get some actual attacking cats like the gross cat or the lizard cat. So I'll actually show you guys this example right here in the infamous Chapter 3 boss from the first 3 chapters, of course. I'm doing this one specifically just because I know that a lot of people seem to have trouble with this one. And a couple of people have also asked me to make like a video to show this, so I figured I may as well do it right here in the tips video. Just things to note though, whatever you see now might not reflect on what you might be able to do. Again, I have a lot of treasures, I have them all maxed out. My cats are like really high levels, so you know, the performance might not be the same for you, but it's just the general idea that I'm trying to put out here. Actually, you know what I could do? I just thought of it. There is a way that I could probably limit my cats to actually match yours, so just give me 1 second. So for this example, I'll actually be using the little cats right here. You don't have to worry about how to get them or anything like that. Just for the purposes of this video, because their stats are relatively low, it should be enough to sort of counteract the treasures and level ups that I've given to those cats to, you know, overall give you the most accurate display of what strategy I'm about to show you right here. So let's just jump right into the battle right here. To make things a little bit more realistic as well, I won't be upgrading the worker cat at all because 6,000 is pretty high, and I don't think you guys, even if you guys maxed out your own worker cat, can reach that kind of level, so I'll just keep it at that. But we're really only going to use 3 cats for this battle. It's going to be the little tank cat and the little basic cat. Just pretend they're the regular cat and the basic tank cat. Again, I'm only using these cats to, you know, weaken myself, so to give you guys a more fair insight of how you could probably beat this level with your cats as well. But basically the idea here is that you want to try to hold off as long as you can with the first initial guys, build up your work cat level, or pretend that you are, because you know mine's already pretty high level, and then just stack up those cats and have that steady stream of the line right there. You don't want to go too much though, because the only problem with the whole spamming thing is that eventually there is a limit, so you just want to be mindful how, you know, much you spam these guys. If you see that you have like a massive amount of guys in the front, then you can pause for a couple of seconds, just let it die down a little bit before you send it like the next stream. So that should be able to counteract the effects of like you know, running out of cats to spam. You can see right here it's about to run out, so now is a pretty good time to start spamming them again. But just to speed things up right here, because I don't want this to take too long, because I think you guys get the idea right here, I'm just going to use a laser and just hope for my guys to run to the base and do some damage right here. So we finally made it to the Bun boss right here, but my lizards actually died because we ran into a couple of problems right here. The thing about the whole wall spam strategy is that unless you're not on point with the spamming and, you know, you leave big enough gaps in between, then you will see this pattern where the enemy's actually going to slowly advance to your base. But if you do it quick enough, you can see right here I'm actually holding them off completely. If I had the lizards in the back like I should have, then they would have been able to do some really slow damage against the boss right here. Maybe I can actually still save this right here, so it's not a complete flop right here. So we're going to summon a couple of gross cats and lizard cats. Again, I know that I said that we're just going to use the first 3 cats, but for the sake of, you know, not losing this fight right here, I will summon a couple of gross cats just as some extra support. But lizard cats, for you guys, should be enough. And keep in mind, these are the little cats right here, which have really obscenely, like, tiny stats, so they're not, like, the ideal cats to use in this scenario, even with max outers and stuff. But, you know, I think you guys get the basic idea, which is just, you know, holding off the Bun Cat in this strategy, killing him slowly with the lizard cats, and you should be good to go. So we're just going to end things off here, just so that I don't have to stand here for another, like, 30 minutes trying to do that. But anyways, guys, that's pretty much going to be it for this video. Again, the 3 tips are to get all the treasures, upgrade your cats and the extra stuff to its max potential, and of course to do the basic strategies, which is just to spam cats and to have the backup attackers. That'll work most of the time. I know that there are certain stages much later on where that's not going to work, but for the sake of, you know, for beginners and stuff, this is the go-to strategy to use if you want to beat the first 3 chapters and move on to the more exciting stuff. But anyways, guys, if you have any other questions for like really specific things that I haven't mentioned in this video, then leave it in the comment section below and I'll get back to you either with a comment response, or I'll actually make like an entirely new tutorial video per se on the concept. So don't be shy and just feel free to ask away. But other than that, I hope you've enjoyed something, or not enjoyed something, I hope you've learned something from this video and you can apply it to the rest of the gameplay. If you're already a veteran player and you're just watching this video for fun, then maybe you can also give tips in the comments as well. But other than that, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video.